You talking to me? You talking to me?
Yes.
You better be talking to me.
Okay. So, guys, today we're talking about the cinema. I mean,
Yes.
uh, the man who made this statement, the cinema, Taxi Driver, directed by none other than Martin Scorsese.
Exactly. Art
Our,
of direction.
yes, like our filmmaker grandpa.
Yeah, exactly. And this guy actually, I have seen his other movies also, but whenever I watch Taxi Driver, I see like how beautiful that direction can be. You know, I was watching this movie today, right? And every single shot, I was like, this is what you called composition. This is what you called mise en scène. This
Yes,
is how you
yes.
brilliantly do the direction, right? You know, this movie, I see the techniques, I see how camera is shaking sometimes, but you don't even go there. You
Yes.
just praise what this director did.
Yeah. And I think the best approach for this movie is they shot in spheric lens. They left the screen to 1.8, 1 is to 85 is to 1 ratio, which I personally like. Uh, I even like 2 is to 3.5, but 1 is to 8.5 is, it gives the open mat feel. And yeah, man, like there are really good shots in this, especially the scenes where he was driving taxi, because in first shots of this movie, we see bumper shots. We see the, what do you say, the back seat shots, the uh, the back angle shots, and wide shots, and rare window shots. They're really good. That shot reminded me that kind of reminded me of the movie called Duel. When that movie had scenes like this, but it was more refined in this Taxi Driver movie.
There is no comparison.
Yeah.
Even you when you see these shots, the shots that you are talking about, like first you'll notice, oh really, you can place the camera here also. As a filmmaker, you will see, not as a normal layman. It is
Yeah.
a perspective of a director, like, oh, you can place the camera here too, you can place the camera here too. It's not like can you place at that position, it's like what the camera angle is showing you right now. And the best part is, you like where the camera is placed, and you also like what is going behind, means on the road.
Yeah.
Whatever you see, the lights, the people out there, means the camera placement of in on the taxi or around the taxi. You feel what a taxi driver feels, you see what a taxi driver see, right? And that is the best part. The best one of the best shots or camera moments that I like, that he always take the camera opposite to the character where he's going, and then reveals the character back again from the other side. You
Hmm.
remember when we also did the same thing once when we were
Yeah,
in
yeah,
college.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Much like that.
got the,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah. So
yes.
like, imagine the camera is panning from right to left and character
Yeah,
is going from left to right. So it
yeah.
goes away from the screen and then
See,
enters from
yeah.
other
Actually,
side.
this reminds me of, as a human consciousness, like we are used to see right to left, left to right. Example, like if a character is crossing the road, he might go in the right. So we as a human, we know that now camera is gonna turn right, but there it turns towards a different side, so that even we get confused. I mean, like we get shocked. Okay, this is not the regular approach. So even as a viewer, we kind of get aware to the scene, because
And when the character enters after that, the
yeah,
same shot and the character is entering, and we will be like, oh, the character is still here.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
that is
man. Like,
great.
did this movie receive any Academy nominations,
uh,
or like?
no, no, nominations were there, obviously
Uh,
nominations were there. Let me tell you, the but I don't know, it's not mentioned. because the direction that Martin Scorsese did, I guess it was nominated for the direction. I'm not sure, it is not mentioned here right now,
Yeah.
but you know, okay, I'll tell you one shot. Okay, because in this movie I'm not talking about the story much. I'm only going to engage for the
Yeah.
because the technicality, the episode just started and we are into too much technicality.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Good old
You know,
days.
yeah. So there was this one shot where Travis goes to talk to Betsy,
Ah.
asking her first time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So the shot is that the taxi is other side of the road, and when you cross the road, you enter the gate where Betsy's office, and you go inside. So I remember that camera first is showing uh, like it was showing through the window, and then it goes up, and then we see Travis is going towards the window, towards the door,
Okay.
like Betsy's office, and there is one more woman is going towards there only. So both the characters are leading our eyes towards that place where director wants to take us. I was today when I was watching that shot, I was like, wait, what is going on? Everything is leading towards one direction. So this is you called a good composition, like how you are placing your character. Why it is even necessary to have a character there? Because you want to lead your audience from the negative space to the
Yeah.
place where you want them to see. So
Creating artificial parallel lines.
yeah, exactly. Creating their own lines means,
Yeah.
motivational camera movement type things. Where one character is going one place to another and camera follows it. So viewers become motivated to see like
Mhm.
what is going to be there,
Yeah.
right? And every single shot, wherever whether the shots are in deep focus, whether they are in shallow, right, we see the mise-en-scène of it. Even the taxi office, right, you can see when Travis goes there for the very first time, you can see the mise-en-scène that there is a guy when he was talking to the owner of the taxi company,
Mhm.
right, we can see there is this person sitting in the back, some people are going from one
Yeah.
place to
Yeah. Yes.
another.
Yes. Yes.
So every mise-en-scène was so composed in proper way, means everything was balanced. Even in Betsy's office, why I'm talking especially about Betsy's office, because the mise-en-scène is very very set.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
First time when they show Betsy, and there was this guy with curly hair,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and he was coming from behind and talking to other people. When even Travis was talking to Betsy, we could see that the guy was coming from behind and checking like what these guys are talking
I
about.
don't like that person.
You know, so yeah, means actually there we see how approachable this Travis guy is. You
Yeah.
know,
I really got surprised, shock, impressed, whatever you call the character, how he was. What do you say? Travis as a character, how he was when he was in taxi, when he was in home, how restricted the character was. But he when he came to Betsy, he changed his whole characteristics. He became confident and he's like, you want to come with me out, I'm gonna take you for coffee. He's so confident. I'm like, how did you shift that characteristics? And even Betsy also got impressed by the confident and the charismatic look what he had. So I don't think no girl will say no for the offer. But yeah, when like Travis went too far by showing her that movie.
yeah, you know, even I can see that when Travis is alone, he's a different person, and when
Yeah.
he's talking to somebody, he's a different person. You remember when there was a shot when he was talking to Palantine, when Palantine came to his taxi, and he was like, "Are you Palantine? You are." How confidently and how confidently he was talking to Palantine, and
Yeah.
even Palantine was impressed by that part.
There are actually three versions of Travis's character. Is when he's alone, he is psychopathic, lonely, and very much in anger. and hopeless. And when he's driving taxi, he's constantly having some thoughts that what he need to do in life, or he's looking for a motivation while driving taxi.
Yeah, we could see that in narration, that the narration
Yeah.
goes. Yeah.
You know the narration part in Martin Scorsese movies. I like this, that there's one narration always constantly keeps on going. This kind of it makes the whole movie classic instantly. I don't know what element is that, but narration in the movie itself makes the movie more highlighted. It's like cherry on top. So, and one characteristics when he talks to Betsy. So there are three versions what I observed from this movie that Travis holds in this. And at the end he changes one more characteristics by failed assassinations and wanted to save Iris.
You know, the narration part in this movie, why I feel necessary, because there are time taking shots. There are sequences that are very time taking. You see that he's just driving the cab.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just driving from one place to another, taking people from one place to another, right? He's sitting, he's eating, he's looking in the mirror. So at that time, by giving the narration, you give one more layer to the sequence, to the shot, right? To the composition, one more layer. That when he talks, he makes the whole scene more interactive. That okay, the character right now, you can see the stillness, but the character is right now talking to yourself. This is what happens even in real life. When a person talk to themselves, it's like everything is still at that time. They talk to themselves, right? And that is what is happening, right?
Yeah.
Because when you are running, you are working in office, you are talking to people, you cannot talk to yourself at that time, right? Why would you do that, right? But when you are alone at that time, narration is very, very important. That's why many narrations were there when he was either in the taxi, mostly in the taxi actually.
Yeah.
Because he is, there is one more point. There is one more point. You would have observed it, right? I'll put it at last, because it is some kind of radical point of view of this movie.
Okay.
Okay, right. So that is where I could see that the narration was actually giving us the introduction, the brief of that particular shot, or the mindset of the character at that particular phases. Right? You will be agree with that, because that's how Travis used to observe. Travis used to see things.
Yeah, because I've kind of relate to Travis's subconscious thinking, because there are parts in my life. What do you say? There are few times in my life where I when I'm with people, or I'm with the group, I interact with the group or I interact with the surroundings. But there are few times, what do you say, like when I'm alone or I'm coming back from somewhere, there's constant conversation with me and my brain and subconscious, that what happened. It's like sometimes I create a variant of myself, reflecting towards, it's like me versus you. I mean, like myself. So sometimes I experience this.
Okay.
Yeah, when something deep is going on in life, or something really which reflects you as a person, or so that's when this character comes. So I kind of relate to this.
Yeah, you might have felt it some days back also, because somebody got married, right?
Yeah. So yes, that day I spoke to myself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't shoot me, please. Don't shoot me.
So you're saying that I need to cut the hair, and I need
No,
to
no,
create
just
that.
just don't do it. When we'll go LA, then it will suit you. But right now, whatever. Okay, let's get back to the part.
Yeah.
It's just every single thing, whatever are happening around him, the shots are made in a way so that we can experience his point of view, and there are point of view shots also. Every possible camera technique was there, like when first time when he talked to Iris,
Mhm.
Travis, when he first time he was actually standing on a signal, and he was looking outside. So there was a two guys were fighting.
Yes.
Then the
Yes.
camera
Yes.
goes to right, and it was followed by the truck actually, and
Mhm.
then who Judy Foster, yeah, Iris came to the screen, and then the camera follows them. So many
Yeah.
following shots are there, and then he, because that is giving us the idea that how he must be looking there,
Mhm.
right? We could see that there could have been a wide shot where taxi is standing on right side, and Iris is coming from left side, means there could be a many multiple approaches, but director didn't showed us started the sequence from the wide shot, but he started the sequence from the point of view shot. And then we
Mhm.
goes out comes out from the taxi, and then we see the mid shots and long shots, right?
Mhm.
Because it was more about the taxi driver,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
If you talk about the point of view shots, there is one shot even I liked. I like the shots where he was putting the meter in the taxi and writing the notes, the fare bills. Every time he writes something, there is different angles to it. Sometimes it's from back, sometimes it's from outside, sometimes it's from town. You remember like the first time when Iris's uh, boyfriend or
Or
friend,
yeah, Iris came to the cab and
yeah,
somebody took her, sorry.
some guy threw the money, and
Mhm.
the money note
Yeah.
was there till end of the ride. So I like the shot where the camera started, the movement started from the low and cut to outside, that is coming outside the cab. There the narration came like, sometimes I clean this, sometimes blood stains.
So
So
that is not that time. That is in the beginning when he just started. So he is when he was just
uh,
explaining the part that
I,
sometimes I need to
I,
clean the
I,
gum or blood.
I think that's after this scene, right? The
No, no, no. This is
scene.
this is in the beginning when they were introducing. So there was just one
Yes, yes,
old
yes.
guy. Yeah.
There was a water shot. After that water shot, he told this. Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes. Now I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. And so even Iris character is means you can sometimes you feel like what is going inside his head, like
Yeah.
things could have turned out in a very different way. He could have executed a mass execution in Palentine's
Hmm.
rally or whatever is going on, but there was a different perspective to it. He was always aware that what is going in his city,
Hmm.
and what in the beginning only he is like the rain washes all the dirt, everything that comes at the night time,
Yeah. Yeah.
so the rain washes it away, and we could clearly see what he's trying to convey.
Hmm.
And it is, I was feeling like he is being a little bit racist there, but I was then I came to think of it like the person who wrote the screenplay.
Okay, okay. Calm down, calm down. Yeah, there
Don't
are,
shoot, don't shoot, please.
yeah, there are few elements in this movie which is not relevant in 2024. I agree that, because this
Not
was
acceptable. It's not about relevant or not. It is more about
acceptable.
acceptable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because after Borat, we discussed Borat. After that, this movie is more manageable, but still it's not acceptable at this point of time. But yes, this movie came at 1976, 76. So back then this used to be a thing. But
Hmm.
yeah, we won't discuss what happened in that movie. We'll tell viewers to just go and watch. So yeah, like I see that there are few things that it's a bit harsh for today's time,
You know,
and the statements what he was continuously
yeah,
making.
yeah, 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 yeah. You know,
And
when he went to the dining and how he was looking at the people,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
We could see his face.
And I think he kind of managed to change of one of his personality trait uh, when Betsy didn't pick his calls, and she was continuously ignoring Travis's calls because he had shown the movie for her. So that's when, like, Travis, instead of accepting that he's sorry or he has done a mistake, he started doing that anti thing. So that's the reason. There we could see that, yes, how Travis was till now as a character and what he is becoming and what the the whole movie is gonna show. So I think after that scene only Travis's scenes where riding taxi went down, but more towards on-site scenes started. That's what I.
You know, from the beginning only, he had that thing in his mind for the
Ah,
people. Okay,
ah,
whenever I'm saying the people,
yeah.
you need to understand what
Yes,
I'm
yes.
talking about.
I get
Okay,
it. I get it.
so from the beginning only, he had a different thought for the people. But after the Betsy's thing, you remember he was talking to that one guy uh, outside the dine, and he was telling him that I'm not feeling, means I'm not up to the mark right now, and he was explaining him like it happens. We are not up to the mark all the time. You should go and like. To the escort surface or drink or whatever you do. So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was like,
yes,
it
yes,
is it
yes.
is the dumbest thing that I have ever heard. You
Oh,
remember? So from that movement, we could see that now the raging part is coming out. Sometimes when you are so silent, right? But and you feel happy about something and then you lose it. So that silence part, no, the rage comes out,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You see the people who doesn't talk much and then suddenly you see they are killing a lot of people. Right? so
okay.
so so that thing actually uh, uh, became the motivation for him to choose that path. He was like, I wanted to, there are ideas in my mind that I want to do something bad,
Mm.
right? So that was the idea there, and he killed one guy in the store.
Supermarket. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
store, right? And there, how he did it, he was so cold blooded.
yes,
So
yes,
coldness in on his face. He was, some when you commit a crime like this, you must be shivering. It's not like you kill people every day,
yeah, yeah.
but
He
but he was.
they showed that he does this every day. Like that feeling was there for him because that's what. Initially, okay, I'll tell what I felt when I started watching or how I started watching it. So when I was watching this movie, the first thing I'll appreciate of this movie is the jazz music in this.
Whoa, yeah.
It is so good, euphoric, dark, sexy, haunting, and brilliant.
All the feelings that were in the movie, the music was
Yeah, yeah,
also illuminating it.
yeah. And the tones, what they've used, the lighting, the bar lighting, the store lighting, and the way where he's to take his taxi, plus the background music, everything came along and made beautiful scene. So he was driving the car and I'm watching in the house. I'm enjoying his drive. So, but uh, I had no idea what taxi driver is. So I started watching it with a blank mind that what this movie is. So I came up with the thought that okay, this guy is driving a taxi and he might end up killing someone or he might get into fight so that there it's going to take a twist in the story. But I didn't know this is something different. And then I remembered, okay, this can't be so simple because Scorsese sir wrote this, so this can't be so simple. So there is gonna be multiple layers to it, and I was right. So it had like multiple layers, depth, and yeah, I could say typical Martin Scorsese direction. And even he had small cameo there. I don't know, it's a strange thing, but when he had cameo in the movie, he looked very small in that. I don't think he's so short, like as a height wise.
Twice he came. When first time they showed Betsy, and the second time when he was so frustrated about the
Yeah.
somebody else sleeping with his wife.
It took me like minimum 5 seconds or 6 seconds to understand who the guy is, because I've never seen him young faced. I've always seen, okay, this filmmaker as an old character I've seen, old guy. But here and there I used to see his younger photos. But I never thought that he's gonna make a cameo there. But yeah, he did a good acting there, no doubt. Even I was interested in the story as well, that what he's gonna do in that house. They didn't show that actually. They could have shown that part.
Actually, that part was there just to give Travis the idea that 44 Magnum is a gun that you should be using to kill people.
Yeah, even I thought that there will be some motivation that it's gonna lead him to buy this gun. So director said, "Be guys, you chill. I'll handle it. I'll go on the scene. I'll explain Travis what do you want to do, what do you need to do." So yeah, man, like even I like Martin Scorsese's acting there, because I was invested in the story and the way he was frustrated. So it was good actually.
You know how amazing it would be watching this movie in theaters in 1976. People didn't have so much to entertain themselves. Means they used to watch TVs, but there were no cell phones and stuff. Right? People used to like what? People used to read newspapers and right,
Magazines.
and they used to watch television on railway stations, right? And then you watch a story about a taxi driver. I guess the people of New York would have gone crazy. Even the taxi drivers in New York would have gone crazy. Oh, I like shit. Yeah, I would have. I faced a situation like this. I faced a situation like that.
Yeah.
And it is very beautiful. Like I guess Martin Scorsese would have taken people's interview to understand taxi drivers interview,
Definitely.
right? And they and even Robert De Niro, he would have done the same thing to understand a taxi driver, how they, because from the beginning only he was a person who is so stiff, who doesn't give a uh, damn about other people much, but he is aware what is going on in his city and what is causing that trouble. Right. That's why he kept on telling Iris that you should leave whatever you are doing, because he was frustrated about it. Like why women are doing like this. Because he was kept on mentioning to Iris that you should not do it. Right. Even it is about other women, it is not right to do this. And you are so young, and you have other choices to make in your life. He was able to see through the problems. It's not like he was invested in himself only, and that was made him more than who he was, a taxi driver.
Actually, I'll tell you one more thing, that when Travis and Iris, they started talking to each other, and when Iris, what do you say, the guy who was guarding that whole building, he was saying that this girl is this years old. Then actually, when Travis and Iris went to their room to start the program, I was like, this feels illegal to watch now. It's good that they didn't do anything, because I had second thought in my mind that, oh, this is something illegal, because he mentioned the age. So I was like hesitating to watch it, but yeah, it's good they didn't show anything.
No, it was not like that. Obviously, I watched this movie in 2013, very first time. At that time, I didn't know Martin Scorsese was a director. I obviously would have saw him in the shots in the movie, you know. But at that time, when I watched this movie, for the very first time, it felt like it is so long. It is not ending.
Long.
Yeah,
Okay.
because at that time we were not. I was not of this perspective. No,
Okay, okay.
if I made any kid watch this movie, na, they'll be like, I don't want to watch it. It is like a
Uh,
50 years old movie. Why are you making me watch this? I want to
yeah,
watch
yeah,
something else, something else. It was engaging, you
yeah.
know,
I
but the
I I
perspective has
I,
changed.
I would say that this is easily gonna be in my top 10 movies because this is a really good concept. And yeah, man, like just because that jazz music, I think the whole flow of the movie went smoothly, and the narrative what the director wanted to show, he conveyed it properly. And yeah, man, like uh, it's really good that
And the best, one of the best shots that I like at last,
that mirror shot, mirror,
the top angle shot.
the Betsy's mirror shot. You're saying, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
mean, from the top angle where Betsy is sitting at the right, Travis is lying on sofa, and then the
okay,
camera
okay,
and
okay.
everybody was still.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess at that particular time, Martin Scorsese broke all the boundaries,
Hmm.
like from the how basic the camera techniques can be, but still they are going to, because of the mise en scène,
Yes.
the because of the composition that his shots had,
Hmm.
everything was plays like how it should be. It
Yes.
is not just the camera movements and the angle of it. It is like
Hmm.
whatever the how the character, everything is placed.
Hmm.
That's why I liked this movie, because the mise en scène is so great. Even in the long shot where you can see the roads, taxis,
Yeah.
people passing, every single thing is so well composed. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and these guys were like 30 years old at that time, both of these guys.
And
30,
now,
33 years old.
and now, everyone are legendary in their own field.
Yeah. They are gods of filmmaking.
Yes.
I call Martin Scorsese the god of
Yeah,
filmmaking.
yeah. I totally agree with that point. Yeah, man. Like, I've actually seen less of Martin Scorsese movies, but yes, movies like this will make me want to discover his more filmography. And yeah, I need to watch more of his films.
When I say the gods of filmmaking, it remind me that in Naruto anime there were some ninjas which are called gods of ninjas,
Okay.
because on a literal basis, even if you do your hard work, even if you have so much, even if you are prodigy, you are not able to reach their level,
Mm-hmm.
because they are gods. So that is what I feel about these filmmakers
Yeah,
like
of
Martin
course.
Scorsese,
See that.
Spielberg,
Yeah,
James Cameron,
yeah,
and the legendary Christopher Nolan.
yeah, yeah. See that's what I always say that. See, these people, they created scenes, movies, shorts, a piece of content. They have made this piece of content very legendary stuff during the time when internet wasn't there or there was lack of resources. Now we have everything, but still there are highly chances that we might not come to the level because the background what they come from and the thing what they created, it's different.
Yeah, because the from the situations they started, right,
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
times they started, they had to push themselves to make that happen.
Yes,
Now we
yes.
have those techniques to make because we can think so creatively and we will reach it. But
Yeah, yeah.
the actual struggle and the struggle of mind they have put it to execute all those ideas, that what is makes them the god.
Yeah. One more downside of this part is maybe next year or next to next year, there's gonna be a lot of AI tools where you just have to try prompt types and you can just
Yeah.
create 3 hours movie. Company called Sora AI by ChatGPT. So they're coming up with new product Sora AI. So where it's in testing period. So I'm excited to try as a customer, but I see downside of filmmaking, but I think there's gonna be solution for that as well. But yeah, we'll have few boundaries we can extend to where filmmaking has not seen that level. So I want to try that.
And why these are gods. Spielberg, James Cameron, Martin Scorsese, Christopher Nolan. These guys started from the basics,
Yeah.
and they are still doing what the today's filmmakers are doing. They have covered entire thing. For the past 50 years, these guys actually explored everything.
Yes, yes,
You know,
yes.
took the standards to another level. I guess
Yeah.
whenever these guys are meeting each other, they are just talking to each other only. There is nobody who comes and talk to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that is the kind of aura.
I
Literally, I am telling you, if I
yeah.
see these guys now, I'll be like, okay, let them
Yeah.
talk. I'll,
I
I'll just watch.
I actually wonder what conversation these people have when they meet each other.
They'll appreciate each other for the movies that they make.
Of course, see, by default, appreciation will be there. But after appreciation, there's gonna be conversations. So I don't know what they talk.
I don't know. They might not be talking about movies because they know that is what they do.
Yeah, yeah,
There
yeah.
might be things that they casually gonna talk about because these guys are friends also, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
they're always not going to talk about work and stuff,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Like they'll be like, okay, you made this movie, won the Academy, okay, I won Academy 10 years back, so it doesn't matter anyways, you know.
Dude, the conversation is so good. Like, okay, yeah, dude. Like, I just got on academy last
Yeah.
year. So yeah, that's that. So
This time
that
I'm not going because I'm just nominated for two categories, so it's fine.
man,
I'll just skip.
that is so crazy.
Sick, man. That's why these
I
guys are
actually
gods,
wonder
man.
like what they talk. Yeah.
Well, well, let's become one of them, and then
Yes, yes, yes.
we'll see what we are going
I
for.
hope that we become part of their conversations very soon,
Yeah,
of their gang or their group or their community. That would be crazy.
yeah, man. Dude, we should talk about movies like this more so that we can talk about the technical aspect more because
Yes,
that
yes,
that
yes.
actually helps us to remind how good of the
Yeah,
direction we can do. All the screenplays that has a narration, I want to learn how to write those kind of screenplays.
mm-hmm.
How you actually put the words right and side by side you are explaining the shot,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So that is something I want to learn. But let's see how
yeah.
this journey ends.
Actually, that's a good point because movies like this constantly reminds me that I have to put in more efforts towards achieving something. So yeah, like movies like Taxi Driver, movies like La La Land, movies like Fight Club. So this reminds me that okay, you have to do something. You have to do something. So that's really good.
Let's make our first one, then then
Yeah,
I guess that is the point where we need to start. And I guess after that, I guess we will
yeah,
we'll keep on doing it.
yeah. Because I think only the starting point requires effort.
Yeah,
After
exactly.
that, everything happens.
You know, let's not drag the conversation there. We'll talk about this
Yeah,
another
yeah,
time. But it reminded me the time when we were
yeah,
struggling for this and
yeah.
we made it.
You had to tell something. You told that you're gonna say at the end.
Oh, the radical part only.
Okay,
It
okay,
come, but I guess we should not be talking about that thing.
okay,
So
okay.
it's fine.
Yeah,
And we pretty much covered that part only. So
Hmm.
people will understand what we are talking about.
If you guys understand, just comment down below.
Yes. And we are not going to tell you what
Yeah.
you should be writing, okay? Because anything what comes out of our mouth might go
Yeah.
wrong.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's just rest it here.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, actually, we can dissect the movie more, but I guess the things that we have covered, it pretty much gives us the idea like how the movie was
Yeah.
and whatever the technical
Actually,
techniques.
now I came up with a new idea just now that later in future episodes or like whatever in future, we can take this movie and dissect one scene wise, one scene.
Sequences wise,
Yeah,
sequence
we can
wise.
just break down. So that episode is dedicated to just breakdown of some scenes. That would be crazy. That
Yeah, definitely we can do that.
Yeah.
And we should let audience also tell us like
Yeah.
what can we do and what kind of movies that we can talk about.
Yes.
Guys, like tell us like the movies that you like, right? And whatever you like, just let us know. We will try to improve our stuff.
Yes.
And because I'm feeling so fresh. I was sleepy, when we started, but right now when we talk about all this, and it reminds me like how far we need to go.
Yes. Yes.
It just takes away my sleep.
Yes. And after this episode, I'm gonna just listen to that jazz music, man.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, man, this is it from my side, and I actually loved talking. After
Yeah,
there
yeah.
are some movies that I actually, when it was La La Land and it is there.
After La La Land, this is the second movie after La La Land that
Hmm.
I genuinely felt talking to and adding more value to this.
After La La Land,
Yes.
La La Land, I felt about Dead Poet Society because I watched it in the morning only, right? And then although Dead Poet Society was more about the story part,
Philosophical
right?
part.
Yeah. But right now, it is we dissected this movie a lot, so it is great and it was very refreshing to.
Yeah.
I was not expecting this episode to be like this actually.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, dude, actually, I guess I'll rest here.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So yeah, guys, like we have come to end of this episode, and leave us your thoughts. We'll be happy to read them, and check out our previous episodes. We have been discussing a lot with different genres. We have been experimenting with different languages as well. So check out previous episodes and let us know. We are everywhere. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple Music. Check out the previous episodes and let us know. So guys, yes, this is a
This is
wrap.
the Jaftaf show, guys, and we are the
Shaft apps.
Jaftafs.
And bye.